What's going on YouTube? Sammy here with another video. Not sure where we're at. As you can see, we got the engine out of the car. This messy ass engine bay. Does need some paint. Just want to show you guys where we're at. I ended up taking the engine out the car. Got it here, just here chilling on the bench right here. Show you guys. Started cleaning up the plates, looking at everything, assessing everything. I had in the block, I had a bad apex seal in the rear rotor. And where's that? Right here. That is right here. Let me show you guys. This is the bad boy. The rear rotor. I did try to fix it. I took a screwdriver and just tried to fix it, but I'm not gonna use this rotor. I'm gonna the guy that sold me the 20B was nice enough to send me a new, another used rotor. So I'm gonna run the other one. But this one was pretty bad, and also the housing. So the housing is right. It's not this one. It's this one, I believe. This is the housing that was in the engine. It was pretty scarred up. It's for some people will probably still run this, but I'm not gonna run this. Oh, here, this side is the one that's real bad. Yep. So, but yeah, I'm not gonna use that right now. I'm gonna send this back to him, and I'm gonna send him the bad rotor, and I'm using the rotor he sent me here. This one right here. And I got the other two right here just chilling. So I got those all cleaned up. The plates, I went ahead and did a street port on them. Not gonna lie, first time porting. Why not be a 20B? So I ported the plates. I used the Mazda Tricks template. At first, I just gave it one hit, and then now I hit every plate twice. I still got to polish them a little bit, the runners a little more. For the exhaust, I used the Pineapple Racing, the EP2A. I just pretty much poured it down. I didn't go up at all, and I did have to on all of the housings. These are Cosmo 20B housings. I had to install the sleeves. So the 20Bs, they come with the more restrictive sleeve, as you can see here. You can see the difference from that one to that one. It's a big difference, and this one's gonna flow a lot, way more now compared to that stock 20B. So I did that. That was kind of a pain in the butt. I think I got one of these things laying around. I'll show you what I did to. So here's what I did. I ended up just grinding it down on both sides, and then it just has a pin on each side that once you grind it down enough, you can pretty much hit it with a screwdriver, or a Phillips, and a hammer, and just knock the pin out. These are the little pins that are in there. These little bad boys. But yeah, so once I took those out, I ended up just tapping this, and I ended up drilling out the sleeve that I put in a little bit, because it needed a little more space for this threaded Allen to go into, but that worked out good. So that's the secondary ports. That's the rear plate, rear iron. It's got the nice C code, so it's a lot bigger in the back. I'm not gonna stud it. I'm not gonna dowel it. I'm only going for probably 10 to 12 pounds of boost. Hoping for 500 horsepower. We'll see. Not sure. Whatever we get at that at 10 or 12 pounds. I mean, I may push it up to 15 at one time, one day. But this is the primary port. Let me show you on the primaries. So on the primaries, I just on this. So I used the Mazda Tricks template. So the primary, if you look at it here on their template, on the Mazda Tricks, so a little lower. So what I ended up, I still noticed there was quite a bit of meat there. So I gave the primaries. I just flipped it over to the secondaries, and I just basically ported it all the way up, just like a secondary port. I didn't go down at all. So then I did this on all the ports. I did the same thing, and the Mazda Tricks did a good job. I mean, it's pretty much straight. There's plenty of meat back there to pretty much just go straight with the port, as you can see. So hopefully you can see. Let me see. Try to get you as much light as I can. I didn't bring my flashlight. Yep. So that's the primary. Get these bad boys back. But this is the same thing. I did the same thing. Source port, Pineapple Racing, fat plate. Same thing. Give it a nice big street port. I still gotta polish this one a little, the runner a little bit. This bad boy, I waited about two weeks before I touched it. I was scared to death before I touched this thing. So I just wanted to make sure that this was correct, that I wasn't gonna have any problems with this template, with it eating up the side seals or anything like that. So I just wanted to double check on that. And I spoke to Kyle Moham. He was cool enough to say, go ahead and do it, man. You good, man. This plate's been around for a long time, this template, so you're good to go. Big shout out to Mike Vargas for all the help he's helped me with. I did that one, and then the same thing. This is another housing. So another port. This one needs to be cleaned up a little bit here. It's still good. It just needs to be a little cleaned up, maybe. But it's perfectly fine. And the housings, the important part is over here, is the compression side on the housings. As long as this is all good, the air comes in here and on this side. So the most important part is this coming over, and the compression side here. As long as that's all good, we're good to go. Same thing on this. I just ported it down. I really didn't go up too much. I think I gave it I just ate up the factory little spot there where it leaves a little lip. Here's the front iron. Nice street port. So what's next? Next, I'm gonna start working. I started buying all the parts to do the rebuild. I'm gonna buy all the bearings and probably change out all the bearings next. Do all the stationaries and all the rotor bearings. And then I bought all the side seals already, side seal springs. But yeah, I'm gonna try to record the whole build when I close the engine. I'm gonna try to do that. hopefully within the next 2 or 3 weeks, should be closing this engine. So, but yep, stay tuned to that. Working on it for this right here. I think the factory one is not as, it doesn't throw as much pressure, so I'm gonna probably change this to either an FD one, or I'm gonna change it to the race one that they sell. I think Racing Beat sells one, just the oil pressure regulator. I'm gonna change that out. And on the front cover, where the hell is the front cover? It's over here. The front cover, ooh. On the front cover, I'm probably gonna, the only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this, and I'm gonna put like something in there. Basically, probably put like a Pac-Man. Put one of these things. Maybe grind it down a little bit. But I'm gonna put a little Pac-Man in there, and just to give this spring a little more pressure, so you have a little more oil pressure. So I'm gonna check that out. But yeah, I got the feeler gauge. I'm gonna do that. That's probably the hardest thing with building the rotors. This is the first time I'm building a rotary, and why not build my first rotary be a 20B? What the heck? Everything looks pretty simple, pretty cut and dry. The only thing that looks a little hard on this, on building the rotaries, is the side seals and making sure your side seal clearance is correct. So once I get the bearings all in, I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna just put it in my my spare bedroom, and start building the rotors little by little. And then once I have all 3 rotors built, we'll stack this, and I'm gonna try to record, see if I can record that whole time, even if it's a time lapse or whatever. But yeah, stay tuned. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe.